Welcome to the United Independent School District Early Start Pathway portal. As you can see, you type espapply.uisd.net to enter into the Early Start Pathway portal for the Advanced Academics Department for those students interested in dual enrollment. The Early Start Pathway. The Early Start Pathway is a program collaborative partnership with Laredo College. Through this program, qualifying students may take dual credit courses while in high school. Students who are ready may begin their collegiate careers by enrolling in these courses. Students will gain a jump start on required college core requirements while still in high school. They will become familiar with college level work while saving you some money. The district shall provide the Early Start Pathway enrollment at all the district high schools for students meeting eligibility criteria. So we have the Early Start Pathway for UISD at Lyndon B. Johnson High School, Alexander High School, United High School, and United South High School. How do we register? First-time visitor. Use a register button, the one you see here. Once you submit your registration, use the login button and start your online application. So before you do anything, you must register here in the register button. And then once you have received your registration, then you can go ahead and log in. So you use the login button and start your online application. How to apply? What's the process? You register, click on the register button, complete and submit the registration form. Second, you log in. You log into the site with your email and password. Third, you create your online application by clicking the My Dashboard tab. 4, you save. During the call for application period, your application can be saved as draft until all the required information is completed and attachments uploaded. As each section is complete, you will see a check mark appear in the Category tab when the application is saved. At any time, you can download and print your application by clicking on this icon in the Application Summary section. And finally, 5th, you submit. On completion, submit your application as final. Download and print a copy of your application for your records by clicking on this icon in the Application Summary section in the right column. Note, if an update is required prior to the call for application period, you can make the update and resave as final. If you have any questions, please send us an email at esp@uisd.net. We will continue with We will continue with the Early Start Pathway process in registration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this tab where it says Early Start Pathway to go back to our home page. This is our home page. You have the information here on Early Start Pathway, the 4 high schools that have Early Start Pathway, and then if you want additional information, we have here the Laredo College English brochure and the Laredo College Spanish brochure. And in the very bottom, you'll be seeing the Early Start Pathway videos on how to register. So as we mentioned before, we need to register before we do anything else. So we're going to click in the register button. And now we are ready to register. Please complete the registration information below. Your username will be your email address. Once you submit your registration, you will receive a confirmation email from esp@uisd.net. Be sure to check your spam folder if you do not see the confirmation in your box. Required information is marked with an asterisk. Registration details. So here are the registration details that you must submit before you can continue on and creating your application. So here you have your login profile, which is going to be the student email. Once again, the student email will be inputted here. Then we continue to the student password. The student will create a password that's going to help them log in and complete the application. Here, the student will confirm the password. Once the student has done this, we continue on to the contact information. What is the student's first name? And you type here, and then you type the student's last name here. Student's UISD number. and you input the information here. But if you're not a UISD student, then you can go ahead and type the last 5 numbers of your Social Security. Once you have completed this information on the registration details, you click on this box where it says, I am not a robot, and you submit. We are now ready to log into the UISD application system. Why? Because we have already registered ourselves. So here we're going to type the email that you used to register and the password. We have logged in to the United Independent School District Early Start Pathway portal. As you can see, here's your tab, My tab, which is the dashboard, the name of the student, this is the home button, and here's some information. My programs. To create an application, select the form from the drop-down list below. To edit an application, click the Edit button. To view your application as it will appear to the selection committee, click the Download button. If you require assistance or additional information, please contact the administrator at esp@uisd.net. So as you can see, I've been given an identification number for registration in the Early Start Pathway. The program I'm going to register for is the Early Start Pathway. Early Start Pathway closes on May 17, 2024. And because I have not officially begun my application, right now it is in draft mode. And as you can see, I will click here to start. I can click here to download, and I can click here to withdraw. Now here in the section of Start and Edit, this is where we will begin our application process. But at any time between now and May 17th, you can always click in here to edit any important information. So now we're going to click here, and we are ready. Early Start Pathway. Please read all the questions carefully and answer as completely as possible. Required information is marked with an asterisk and must be completed in order for your application to be considered. Your application must be submitted as final by 11:59 p.m. Central Time on May 17, 2024. If you require assistance or additional information, please contact the ESP Program Administrator by sending an email to esp@uisd.net. Please upload all files in PDF format and save. And as you can see here on your right-hand corner, you have the application summary. So here's the ID number that was given to the application. Then here it tells you the application deadline, which is May 17th, 2024. The last updated, so here the last time I will be updating my application, the date will come out here. The application status, right now it's in draft. Here I can download my application, and here it's going to be letting me know what the progress is. If I continue to scroll down, I'm going to see here key dates, which is when it opened and when it will be closing, and who you can contact, which is the UISD Advanced Academics Department, by sending an email to esp@uisd.net with any questions. We go back to our main area, and you have here 3 tabs: the criteria, the student profile, and the parent guardian information. We begin with the criteria, UISD Parent Early Start Pathway application process. First, we will begin by complete and submit as final the student admission application and accompanying documentation no later than May 17, 2024. Second, students who do not meet the criteria as 8th graders may reapply for the Early Start Pathway the following school year, but must have an overall 85 GPA in the core areas for the 7th and 8th grade and meet TSI criteria before the May deadline of the current school year. Third, students who do not meet the criteria as 9th or 10th graders may reapply for the ESP the following school year, but must have an 85 current overall high school GPA and meet TSI criteria before the May deadline of the current school year. Fourth, student must also meet TSI 2 requirements in math before the senior year to be eligible to enroll in a college math course. Fifth, you attach a copy of your TSI A2 ELAR scores. 6, the TSI A2 assessment in reading and writing, which is a Texas Success Initiative college assessment, is part of the admissions criteria for entry into the UISD Early Start pathway. Please visit your counselor for information on the TSI testing schedule or any testing coordinator at your campus. 7th, you are considered college ready in 2 ways. If you score in the range of 945 through 990 on the multiple choice CRC test and a 5 or higher on the essay test. Or 2, if you score below a 945 on the multiple choice CRC test, receive a diagnostic level of a 5 or higher on the diagnostic test and the score of 5 or higher on the essay test. And finally, 8th, attach a copy of your 7th grade final report card and 8th grade fall semester report card. If you are deemed ineligible to apply and have concerns with the criteria assessment, please contact the administrator at esp@uisd.net. And here we're going to input some information. I am interested in participating in the UISD Early Start pathway as the following high school. So I'm going to choose the high school I'll be participating in. Are you applying to the UISD Early Colleges? You select no. Have you been selected to the UISD Early Colleges? And you select no, because if you select yes, then it will automatically not allow you to register or to submit an application to the Early Start pathway. And now I continue to save. So here we get a pop-up window. Are you currently enrolled in a UISD school? ¿Está inscrito? And I press OK. So now I'm going to go to some information. Are you currently enrolled? And I'm going to type here, no, I am not currently enrolled. Then it says here, student social security number if no UISD ID number. So here we type a number. Student's last name, it already picked up my last name from the registration and my first name. All I need to include is if I have a middle initial, I include the middle initial. If other, I please specify. When it says middle school attending, which is a middle school I'm attending, I'm going to write other. And here I write the name of the school. We continue to the applicant profile. What's a student's date of birth? So here you select. When you press here for select date, if you notice a pop-up calendar is going to pop up. You can go ahead and type here, or you just go here, as you notice, to the month and the year. And in the year, it can be easier for you where you can just scroll down and look for the year that you were born. Then your student email. So here you're going to be typing your student email. We continue on to the student gender. It could either be male, female, or you prefer not to answer. And student current grade level. So the grade level is 8th grade. We go on to save. And as you can see, a pop-up window comes out. Application saved as draft. Eligibility for the program has been confirmed. Your application has been saved as a draft. For your application to be considered, please complete all required fields and click the Submit as Final button until 11:59 p.m. Central Time on May 17th, 2024. We close this pop-up window. And as you can look here at our tabs, I have a check mark for criteria and a check mark for student. Now I'm given the opportunity for the tabs of parent guardian, the uploading of documents, and the parent consent. But before we continue, I want for you to go to the right side and look at this information. You see here, last updated, it's going to give you a date. It's still in draft, that's my status. But if you can see here, the progress has, you can see some color. That means there's been some progress in my application. We will continue on with our parent guardian tab. As you can see here, we have the parent guardian contact details. We type here the name of the parent or legal guardian. Then we continue on to type the parent's email where we can communicate with the parents. Once this has been completed, we go on to the contact information of the parents. and the child. So here's the street address. You type in the street address. You type in the city, the state, and when you're choosing the state, you're going to notice that you get the pop-up window. So you choose your state, Texas, the zip code where you live in, the home telephone number, the mobile number. If you do not have a home telephone number, you can type your mobile number here and then you can retype it here, or just type NA and then type your mobile number here. Your work number where we can reach you. We continue to the next question. Are there any other phone/cell numbers where parents or guardians can be reached during the day? So here you choose the answer, yes or no. I wrote no, and then I save as draft. As you can see, you get a pop-up window and it tells you your application has been saved as draft. We close this pop-up window and we go to the next tab. Our next tab is the uploads of documents. In this tab, you need to upload several documents. First, you need to upload the 7th grade final report card. So you go here into choose file. So whether you're using your Chromebook, you're using your laptop or your PC, make sure you have a saved file of your report cards. So you can go ahead and upload it here. And then you need your 8th grade fall term report card. Same thing you did with the 7th grade final report card. You go ahead and you do here, you choose your file, you save it and you upload it. Then you upload your TSIA 2.0 reading/writing ELAR student score report. Now here you're going to have 3 opportunities to upload your report. If for whatever reason you were not successful in your first TSI attempt, you can still upload that file. It just allows us to see where you're at and how is it that we will be able to help you in the future. So please here submit the different TSIs that you have taken. And then, of course, you save as draft. Once again, you get a pop-up window where it says application saved as draft. You close your pop-up window, and as you can see here, you're not going to see a check mark next to my name because I have not uploaded my documents, so it is still empty. Once I upload my documents, I will see a check mark the way I do with criteria, student profile, and parent guardian. Next, I go to consent. It is a policy of United ISD not to discriminate on the basis of race, color, national origin, sex, gender, or handicap in its programs, services, or activities as required by Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 as amended, Title IX of the Education Amendment of 1972, and Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973 as amended. Please download and upload the signed agreement. So there are 2 agreements that you're going to see here, one in English, one in Spanish, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. You're going to download it. So I'm going to click here on English. And here you're going to see the agreement. And it says here, dear parents/guardians, assessments are a necessary tool by which we can identify students' strengths and weaknesses to better address their educational needs. These tools provide insights into students' academic achievement and abilities for adapting instruction to enhance all students' successful learning. TSIA 2.0 testing will be administered online at a designated middle school testing site. Your child is scheduled to take the TSI 2.0 for the ESP program during the fall or spring term. Our district has selected middle school teachers to monitor students while they are taking their online assessment during the school year. Email updates may be sent with specific testing times and procedures for the TSI 2.0 assessment by your middle school campus. Summer TSI prep academies will be held during June at certain high school campuses for students that have not met the TSI requirement by the ESP deadline. This activity requires the use of YouTube, and due to recent changes to the Student Code of Conduct for the 2023-2024 school year, included the removal of YouTube access for all United ISD students. However, middle school students who will take the TSIA need to access 2 specific exam prep videos that are located on the online testing platform site, AccuPlacer, and which upon access open the videos through the YouTube website. Students under 13 years of age need the permission of their parents or guardians to complete the activity. What terms and conditions do we have? As a child's adult supervisor, you are responsible for ensuring the following: Test content is held as secure and confidential. The test instructions, items, practice items, and answers remain secure and confidential. Photographs, photocopies, screen captures, verbal discussions, written comments, or other reproduction of any portion of the assessment are not permitted before, during, or after testing. Each of the foregoing is considered a breach of copyright and will be treated as such. Tests are only to be taken by the assigned student. Tests are not to be viewed by anyone other than the assigned student, and students are not to receive assistance on tests from any individual or resource, textbook, internet site, cell phone texting, etc., while testing. What is the confirmation of agreement? My signature below confirms that I am the parent or legal guardian of the student. I consent to my student participating in the online on-site administration of the TSIA 2.0 assessment using the platform and process as specified by school administration. This includes YouTube videos for the pre-assessment activity that is required by Laredo College before TSI testing. I have fully read, understand, and agree to abide to the above terms and conditions regarding test security and testing practices, and understand that they apply to my student and to myself. I understand and agree to follow all policies and procedures specified for this assessment. And finally, I further acknowledge that this electronic signature is legally binding. So here, the student will print their name, and here the parent will print their name. Here the parents will sign and date. Once you download this or you do it electronically, you must save it and upload it. So you will be uploading the file here, and then here you write the date. So here I can write that I did it today, and I save as draft. And once again, I get a pop-up window that says the application has been saved as draft. I close the pop-up window, and as you can see here, I do not have a check mark because I have not uploaded my file, which is the parent consent, to be able to continue as final. And once again, on your right-hand corner, you see the application summary. Here you see the ID registration that was given to the child, the application deadline, which is May 17th, 2024, the last updated, when was your file last updated, the application status, is it in draft or is it in final? You can download the application if you want to keep a paper copy, and here you're seeing the progress. So as we submit information and we fill out these tabs that you see here, you're going to see the color move and continue to be color-coded up until the very end, which is final. Key dates to remember is that the application for Early Start Pathway is open, and it will close May 17, 2024. And if you have any questions or concerns, please send us an email to esp@uisd.net. So once you have already inputted your information, and you're ready to save as a draft because you're not ready to submit as final, you save it, you get the pop-up window that says application saved as draft, and you close. And if you're still pending some information, you can go ahead and you go to your name, you go to the drop-down arrow, and you log out. So as you can see, it tells you thank you. You have logged out. You can return to home, and it takes you back to the home window. If you are not successful with pressing home there, which we are now, you will see that we are in the home window. But if I want to edit my application, or I want to go back and input information that I was pending or upload documents, all I have to do is go into login, and I will log in with my email and with my password. I go to login, and I am back into my application portal for Early Start Pathway. As you can see here, it tells you my programs, the contact information, my ID number that was given to me when I first registered, what program is it that I'm applying to, the date that the program will close, this online portal, and it's telling me that the status of my application is in draft. But I have decided that I want to continue with my application, I will click here where it says Start or Edit. I will click on this. And as you can see here, my information is here. I see the check marks on the different tabs where I have submitted all the information, but I do not see check marks on the last two tabs because I have not uploaded that information. So as you can see here, I'm still pending some information to be uploaded. Same thing with the consent. So we can always go back and edit. You can always come back as long as it's before May 17th. You can come and edit your form if for whatever reason something was pending or you inputted incorrect information. Same thing here with the TSI files. If you uploaded one but you're ready to upload another, you can go ahead and upload it once again. And you save as draft. And if you are ready to submit as final, then you submit as final. You will not be receiving any information on our behalf because we need to review these files. But you will be receiving some information towards the end of the school year, letting you know if your child is eligible to participate in the Summer Enrichment Academy if the child was not successful in the TSI 2.0, and you will have to fill out some information to give the students an opportunity for additional instruction with resources that are specific to the TSI 2.0 ELAR. You'll be receiving some information later on from your middle school or the high school, but you will not be receiving any email from anybody else. So you are ready to exit. I go back to the student name, I log out, and I have finished with my registration. So here it tells me thank you. I'm either pending some documents or I'm ready and I have already submitted as final. Thank you very much for being attentive to this video and for wanting to participate in our many programs of United ISD, especially in the Advanced Academics Department with our dual enrollment with the Early Start Pathway, which is United Independent School District with Laredo College. And once again, if you have any questions or concerns, please send us an email to esp@uisd.net.